Alrighty, that should be a little bit better. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is Hairymuppet. We are definitely live. Feel like, and hopefully that microphone didn't spit up. I'm still getting used to this. This is my new computer. It's a brand new computer. It's an absolute beast, and we're going to be trying it out a bit with some Librarian, tidy up the arcane library. And it's a game I've been playing for a few days now, and I've got most of the achievements, but there is an achievement to do the game in less than 3 hours, which I think I should be able to do. I did a test run of it yesterday, went through about an hour, and it's all good. So yeah, we got to give that a crack right now, and I've done a few tests, so I think the stream should be going forward beautifully. But anyway, we're just going to go in, we're going to have a crack, and we're going to see. Yes, we'll overwrite our existing, and actually, I'll be back in just a second. I need to get my thingy. And of course, by thingamybobs, I'm talking about my wrist guards, because this is quite a hectic sort of game. And yeah, it's going to be decently hectic, and I've been playing it quite a bit the last couple of days. So yeah, definitely my wrists, I got a bit of tendonitis, so my wrists are starting to hurt a bit. And this game should take, I reckon, about 2.5 hours or something like that to actually play. And oh god, I forgot my notes as well. I had some notes about where to put books. That makes it a bit awkward, but we should still be able to do it in 3 hours or less. Is just going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. So if you're not aware, the way this game works is that you basically just have to take every single book in this entire library and literally just put it back where they all go. So this is kind of a freebie that they have at the start. And there we go, we've got one row leveled up, and we're going to move on to all of the white books, which is not necessarily the best way to go. It is kind of a bit slow, but we're just gonna give it a crack, and we're gonna try and do them in approximately alphabetical order. That one's science, prologue, no, I think that one goes up here. Fundamentals of healing and mana control goes there. You guys can get lost. That's philosophy, advanced healing theory, number 3. Philosophy, metaphysics, holy magic, selection, application of targets. I gotta memorize my notes anyway from the hour playthrough I did yesterday, so it's kind of okay. So we're gonna grab a few more of these white books, and because we're doing white books at the start of our playthrough is going to be quite slow. There's a key under here. I kind of want that key. Let's just... There we go. And I just chucked the books directly back on top of the key, but that's fine. Let's go grab these books again. And we're going to grab all the keys very, very early on in this playthrough. Alright, gives us permission to jump. Gives us permission to run, which is very nice. Gives a key in here. And we just tap the shift key once and then we can run. And we're also going to pick this key up. I think therefore I am... And that one goes right here. Philosophy of self and other. These ones kind of go all over the place because you try and do them, you know, in an alphabetical order, but you've got like 10 different books that are all philosophy of blah, 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 blah. So foundation, philosophy of manner. I just put all the philosophy ones over here. Compendium, that's philosophy of self and other. Introduction to magical determinism. Probably going to screw this up at some point. Philosophy of self and other. Okay, that's all we need for up here. Fantasy or real. We need to move these down a bit. Yes, I know what I'm doing. Compendium of sacred... Oh yeah, introduction. I think therefore I am. Okay, so this one needs to go at the top. This one needs to go down there. If only I had my notes, but I'm kind of all over the place, I guess you could say today. I just really wanted to start streaming, and then by the time I started streaming, I realized that I hadn't prepared. But based on how I did yesterday, we should still be able to get through this. Okay, soul and mind. Over there, teachings of great philosophy, healing magic. Let's go knock those other two keys out. And if we press escape, we can see our playtime is 4:32. So that's about 3 minutes under the stream time. So we'll have to keep that in mind. But yeah, now we've just upped our book limit by another 5. Easy spells to use at home. Yeah, that's fine. Book of Alchemy, we don't actually want that. Compendium of Sacred Purification Magic goes right here. Philosophy, probation, introduction to magical healing. Yeah, the way I do it is it's kind of slow at the start. Introduction to... But the good thing about doing it this way is that once you start to get a couple of spell points, the next few spell points really start rolling in nice and fast. Okay. Spells for curing poison and disease goes over here. And we're just up to philosophy ones. No more healer diff goes up there. As you can see, I'm trying to do them approximately in order. Light Adept 1. I don't like kind of doing this, which is just grabbing one book and then putting it straight on the shelf. But Advanced Healing Theory, we should be alright. And I just got a message, not sure what that's about. Foundation of Sacred. That actually goes in this shelf, but I got to clear that shelf off. 4 Principles of the Healer's Ethics. I'm going to ignore that one, even though it's a white book. I think therefore I am. And now that we got the jump there, we can just do that. I think therefore I am. Philosophy of Science, Methodology and Truth, the 4 Principles. So that technically this one starts with T, so it goes over here. Yeah, I know. Stop showing me that. I know what I'm doing. Soul and mind goes up here. Foundation of Metaphysics goes over here. 1000, yep. Philosophical studies in magic. Is that up here? I think that one goes there. Fantasy or reality. Okay, go there. Philosophy, power, and ethics. Yeah. Okay, that one definitely doesn't go on this shelf. The 4 principles. I don't know why I was putting that on the shelf, but it definitely doesn't go there. Philosophy. No, wait, I put the same one back there. Damn it. Philosophy, power, and ethics. Alright, beautiful. Teachings of the great philosophy. Alright, the system's starting to work. Is this ethics? The fact that it's got ethics in the title, it always gets me. Okay, we do a nice cheeky jump over that gap, which is surprisingly tricky to do, actually. And this is actually number 3, and then we go grab some more white books. So yeah, that's kind of white, but it's actually history, and we're not gonna bother. Ooh, compendium. Might as well put this one back. Yeah, so basically the first half an hour is going to be quite slow, and then is just going to go up to full speed, and it's going to stay up to full speed for the entire run. Fantasy or reality. An ontological problem. And yeah. Power, where does my power and ethics go? All the way down there. I'm pretty sure that's not in the right order. They should be further up, but here we go. Ethics of magic. We've saved a spot for them up the top. Fantasy or reality. An ontological problem. Introduction to magical healing. Philosophy, power, and ethics. Yes, it's in the wrong order, but I remember philosophy of mana and willpower. That should be here somewhere. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we're done. Well, might as well put this one here, but let's go get some more healing books. Theological research on philosophy of self and other. Yeah, so we're definitely not going to get a world record here. Philosophy of self and other. Introduction to magical determinism. But we should definitely get under the 3 hours. Another healing book. That's alchemy. It looks like a healing book, but it's actually alchemy. I don't want to get into alchemy yet. Soul, body, and mind, are they truly distinct? They are truly distinct. And sacred purification magic, holy magic, a couple more philosophy books. Alright, let's just put these away. Philosophy of self and other. So as you can see, this one's starting to get close. So, alright, now we've got enough, and there's another healing book, Fundamentals of Healing and Mana Control goes there. 4 principles of the Healers. Ethic starts with a T, so it goes all the way down here. Selection application for there. Compendium of Sacred Purification Magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, go away. That one looks like a healing book. Grand Compendium, although it starts with a T. So it actually goes on the bottom row, but we've messed it up a little bit. This one should go up, this one should go up, but it's all good. Theological research of holy magic definitely goes at the end here. And yeah, the 4 principles of the hero's ethic. So I guess while I'm doing this, I can kind of talk about my stream a little bit, because yeah, this is just going to be me rambling on about exactly what book I'm picking up for a long time, unless we talk about something else. So I don't want to lose my concentration though, but I think we should be okay. We'll see how we go with our concentration here. Okay, that's definitely all we need. Ethics, magic, selection, application. So it's kind of basically I'm changing up what I do with my stream a little bit. So previously I've had 3 streams per week. So I've had Factorio on the weekend, and then we've done Shapes 2 and Autonauts in the middle of the week, which is kind of okay. How did you get over there? Healing. And basically what I want to do is I'm still going to do the Factorio on the weekend. I don't think I'm ever going to stop doing that. It's just going to stay forever. But the other things, the other 2 ones, I'm just going to kind of start doing them on an ad hoc basis, kind of a stream when I want to stream sort of deal. Oh, just about made that. And I'm also going to start doing some, this goes there, beautiful. That's a holy spell. Let's get some more holy spells. Yeah, and I'm also going to start doing some other stream. Basically, just stream whatever I want to stream whenever I want to stream it, and Factorio will be the exception that proves the rule, because I'll do that pretty much every single week. And I'd love to clear off that shelf. And there we go. Foundations in Metaphysics. It goes right there. Philosophical Studies in Magic is right up there. I think that's it. Yeah, didn't make it. Didn't quite make it. We're actually going to have a look over here. Our stream health seems to be healthy, which I'm a little bit surprised at, because I am actually streaming this over Wi-Fi from the far end of my house, and I'm streaming it in 4K. So there you go. Streaming in 4K over Wi-Fi from the far end of my house, and it's all thanks to basically Wi-Fi 7, because I got my new computer has a Wi-Fi 7 adapter on it, which I was very happy to see. I'm pretty sure that's right. 4 principles of the healer's ethic. Compendium of sacred purification magic goes right there. Number 2. Formation of large barriers, fundamentals of holy power in undead annihilation. Healing magic for the reclamation of the mind. Compendium of sacred purification magic. So just to sort of clarify, the reason I have so much understanding of where everything goes is because I've done a couple of playthroughs before. So I've done a non-magical playthrough, which took me about 17 hours, because I wasn't exactly rushing it. I was just sort of, I was doing it very, very inefficiently. Actually, I know where that one goes. Doing it very inefficiently. I was basically just pick up 10 books and then run around and put them in all of their separate places. So it was very, very inefficiently, because I'd basically only be putting one book on a bookshelf at a time and then running over to another bookshelf to do another book. Yeah, and it took me 17 hours, but the good part of it is that I pretty much memorized every single book and where it goes, which is definitely giving us yeah, I'm going to jump up here and just philosophical studies in magic. Actually, this is what is this one up here? Okay, it's this guy. Complete guide, compendium, dum 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 dum. There's a... Okay, maybe we should just do this. Advanced... Yeah, I can definitely do that fast. Philosophy of mana and willpower. Probably should have been doing that earlier. I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any. Alright. That's kind of a huge list. We'll get it. We'll get that list out. Complete guide to everyday. That goes down here. And then this one goes here. Alright, give me some more white books, please. No more healer diff. That's definitely a good one. Ethics of magic. Philosophy of mana and willpower. And so we got a couple of philosophy books and a whole bunch of healing books. Fundamentals of healing and mana control goes right here. Theological research on holy magic goes right here. Don't care about that. Large barriers goes here. Advanced healing theory. Yeah, so I'm kind of losing my train of thought. But yeah, so I'm just going to do ad hoc streaming. I'm still going to finish off my streams for the other games, Autonauts and Shapes 2. We're definitely going to finish those off. Spells of Holy Light, formation of barriers. I do actually like this sort of view because you can definitely see you're sort of ticking things off as you do them, which is very nice. Grand Compendium of Healing Magic, Fundamentals of Holy Power in Undead Annihilation. Spells of Holy Light for concealing vital areas. That's got to be this one. Philosophy. I really should be looking at the books a bit more. Simple Life. Simple Life. We're doing Simple Life now. I probably shouldn't be doing Simple Life, but we're doing them anyway. Spell, Mind, and Body. That one's a white book. That one's a white book. That one's close enough to being a white book for me to pick it up. I'm not sure how many books that is. Is that a book under there? Romance novel. That's not what we want. Spells of Holy Light for concealing areas. Soul, Mind, and Body. I definitely don't look as much at the books as I probably should. Fundamentals. No, I think we're done there. Complete Guide to Everyday Magic. And we got another couple of those actually. 3 and 10. And then we got a whole bunch of philosophy books. Oh, there we go. Philosophy of Mana and Willpower. Ethics of Magic. I think Therefore I Am is one that I put over here. Soul, Body, and Mind. Are they truly distinct? No, they are not. Fantasy or reality. And 1 and 10, and then we are done. Well, we're not done. We're going to find some more books, but yeah. Teachings of the Great Philosophy. For some reason, I didn't want to pick that up again, but we definitely do need to pick that up. And another one. God, I do not like doing this. I really don't. Let's have a look. Every single time I go past it, I check that alchemy book. And I never pick it up. Alright, you are a good book. Books about spells for curing poison and disease. At some point, we're going to end up with like 8 books of each type on each shelf. And then we're going to have to dive into that massive pile in the middle of the bottom of the room. But I do like to clean up the tops. 4, 5, 5. Give me some space here. Magical techniques to boost household efficiency. That one is not wide enough for me. It's definitely not wide enough for me. Alright, let's go put some healing books away. See, these massive piles, these will be holy magic, undead. Okay, we've started to do some stupid things here, but that's fine. Compendium of sacred purification magic. Introduction to magical healing. Goes right there. Book of spells light. Throw you off. Spells of holy light for concealing vital areas. That's actually a pretty good one. Does that go there? It does. Complete guide. Holy magic. Undead. Got to go there. Fundamentals of... And eventually you get to the point where you can tell where everything is. Is that there? Yes, it is. Okay. Soul, body, and mind. Are they truly distinct? And then we go over to here. Do a nice little jump. 10. How to commute with magic. I'm not sure why I picked that one up, but complete guide to everyday magic. Oh, it does go there. I don't know why I thought it didn't, but psychology, no, not picking up psychology books yet. Anything good under here? No. No more healer diff, that's a good one. White book, that's a good one. We'll try and clear off some of the shelves while we're moving around here, because you definitely will need to clear them off at some point. Alright, and I just really want to make sure this area is clear of all the white books. Because I want to be scrounging around on the bottom level, basically just finishing off all of the shelves. And especially once you get the power-ups that allow you to see where all the remaining books are, it's a lot easier if they're all down on the bottom level, because you're just running around on the bottom level. But another book of alchemy. Alright. Philosophical studies in magic, number 9. Teachings of the great philosopher. Philosophy, power and ethics. Totally missorted. Philosophy of science. Methodology. I should spend a lot more time looking at the actual books, because right now I'm just looking at the list on the left. Healing magic, comprehensive guide, compendium. Like, this is probably a lot quicker, but anyway. Simple life. And that's all we had there, so let's jump down again. A comprehensive guide to no more healer diff. I'm not sure what that even trying to reference. Oh, that one goes at the top. Whatever, we'll ignore it for now. Fundamentals of healing. And 1, no more healer diff. 1, healing magic for the reclamation of the mind. Compendium of useless magic. Alright. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, white books are definitely easy-ish to spot. Although, magical physiology, sometimes you get just cheated a little bit, because you're trying to look at a book and you actually just, you think you see white, but you're actually just looking at the pages of a book without a white cover. And it kind of screws you over a little bit, but anyway. I just picked up an alchemy book, didn't I? Bloody alchemy books. Maybe I should just include those, but... spells for curing poison and disease. Formation of large magical barriers. We got to be getting close to finishing off a bunch of these guys. Holy magic, undead protection. Theological research on holy magic. Holy magic. That one down to just these guys. Power and ethics, 1,000 easy spells, power and ethics, and power and ethics. Philosophy and science, 1,000. So I'm not 100% confident in my ability to get this done in 3 hours, which is I'm pretty confident. Not 100%, but I'm pretty confident. I'm not sure if I'm trying to add spice to the stream or if I'm just being honest, but did I already get this one? No, I don't think I did. It actually goes here. Okay, well, we're not going to get the rest of that for a while. Let's just get some more healing books. Now, the good thing about doing all of the white books is that if somehow you end up missing a book, like if there's a book just under a pile of other books, like say you're going for like a 3 set or something like that, and you can't find the last book, and it's like the first 3 set you're going for and you just absolutely can't find the last book because it's under a massive pile, then you pretty much at that point you just have to go on to another set. So it's good to do multiple sets at this point. So usually the best probably approach is going to be to go for 3 or 4 sets of 3 at the same time. Go away, Book of Alchemy. And that's probably the fastest way to do it. So this way it does give us a lot of points. So we're definitely going to finish a bunch of them off at the same time. Philosophy of Self Another, no more healing diff. Oh, you were misordered, weren't you? Holy Magic, that one goes there. Book of Spells, Light, Adapt. 10. Selection, application of targets for Holy Magic. Nope, that one goes there. Alright, so now we're going upstairs again. And I do like the fact that these are so close to each other. Philosophy of Self and Other. Foundations of Metaphysics. I think therefore I am. Number 3. I would have thought that one would be going a bit faster. Again, we check the same old alchemy book, but the good thing is we are slowly whittling down the amount of white books at the top level. Go away, history and tactical manner, blah blah blah. Which means we've got a good chance. Ooh, that's a nice one. We've got a good chance of actually finishing off a lot of the rows down the bottom without having to go too far. But I do think I want to speed it up a little bit. So let's start really hammering these books away, because I'm kind of... It doesn't look like I'm taking my time, but I kind of feel like I am taking my time a little bit too much. I mean, we're at the 31-minute mark, and we haven't completed a single set yet, so that's kind of... we still definitely have time, and we're very close on, like, so many different sets. Selection, application of targets, so Holy Magic, 8... So it's going to start to spin up, but I definitely feel like I'm sort of, I don't say dragging my feet, but I'm taking it easy. Holy Magic. Selection, application of targets. Holy Magic. Alright. Reality, foundations of metaphysics. I think therefore I am. Soul and mind and body, are they truly distinct? Philosophy, power and ethics, volume 1, and you just get chucked on the ground. None of these. healing books, right? You are a healing book. Well, you're not a healing book, but you're a philosophy book, which is close enough. Alright. Yep. If you've got very precise mouse movements, you can pick up books from underneath other books, which is very helpful. Stellar Archery, I don't actually know that one. It looks white, but it's not quite white. Okay. And there we go. That should be 15. Healing magic for the reclamation of the conscious mind. There's holy power in undead annihilation. No, it's up there. Oh, we're getting close. Healing magic for I always look at that word and I think it's promulgation, but it's definitely not promulgation. Selection and application of targets for holy magic. Number 8 goes up there. This one goes up there. 4 principles of the healer's ethic goes down here. And then we've got a bunch of philosophy books. Introduction to Magical Determinism, 6. No wonder I was getting confused. Wait, I'm still confused. It should be down here. Okay. I'm losing it. I'm absolutely losing it. Foundations of Metaphysics, number 4. Philosophy of Science. Oh, that's the big chunky book, so I really should be looking at the covers a bit more, but philosophical studies in magic, and then 1001 easy spells to use at home. Wouldn't it be hilarious if we just got one of those easy home book ones done before any of the other ones? That would be hilarious. I don't know why that management book was jumping out at me, but yeah. I think when I did my practice run, it was like the 35-40 minute mark when I actually started to get some points on the board. And we're at the 35 minute mark and we haven't got a single point on the board yet. So we definitely need to get a move on. Advanced Healing Theory 4, Introduction, Advanced Healing Theory 7, Spells for Curing Poison and Disease 8, Compendium of Sacred Purification Magic. I mean, at this point, it's just a matter of time, though. Like, it's in the next few minutes. Whoops. In the next few minutes, we should be able to get Grand Compendium of Healing 3. I think that's it. Philosophy of Self and Others. To be at the I mean, at this point, even having my cheat sheet wouldn't really help, because it takes just as long to scan the cheat sheet to find out where a book goes as it does to scan the book. So, well, it depends. It depends, because if you've got the books in a good order, then it's fine. It's easy to scan and see where the book should go. But if you've got the books in a bad order, actually landed on the landing there. Introduction. Okay. If you got the books in a bad order, I missed this one. Ethics of Magic, Responsibility. Let's hope that one went in the right spot. And now we're pretty much just going to be pulling apart this. For some reason that looks like a book, but it's actually the table. Okay. And hopefully in our next few goes of putting stuff away, we should start to get a couple of things going in. Alright. Philosophical studies in magic. It doesn't look like this one from looking at it, but it's because the top book is actually hidden. philosophy of mana and willpower. That's one over here. 6 spells of holy light, philosophy of self and other. 7. Oh my god, we're getting so close to, and here we are. Get stuck on that bloody ethics book. Okay, I'm gonna say we're done here. Theological research. 10 spells for curing poison and disease. Maybe I should be not running so much between these two. Fundamentals. Oh, here we go. Beautiful. All right. So our first point goes into this one. It's a spell that we're barely going to use, but we are going to use it a little bit. 4 principles. So this one goes down here, and we're actually going to use that right now, so we can finish off that one. So this basically speeds us up a little bit to finishing off rows to get us more spell points. 4 principles, 6, 9, 7. But we're really not going to be using that. We're not going to be leveling up that spell. We're not going to be using it much. It's just going to help us get to the next spell points a little bit. Introduction to magical healing, 9. Compendium of sacred magic, spells of holy light for concealing vital areas, and then 1,000 spells to use at home. I could use the thing on this, but we're not going to. As you can see, it's got a very, very long cooldown at the moment. Yeah, we can pick that one up. Why not? So, very, very long cooldown. Philosophy of science. So we're just going to have to keep working manually for a little while longer. But we're almost at the end of our manual process. Come on. Introduction to manual healing, 10. Oh, what? They're actually upstairs? One of them's actually upstairs? That's crazy. I thought I cleared up all of these guys upstairs. I think it was... I have a feeling it's under here. I don't think it's under there. Oh, I think I see it. No, that's not it. Okay, there we go. I don't think that's actually the book that I came up here for. I think that's just a different one, but whatever. The cooldown on that stupid thing is very, very long, and it's annoying. Book of Spells, Adapt 3. Promulgation. I know it's not actually pronounced that. Introduction to Manual Healing, Volume 8. Theological Research. 9. Compendium Teachings. There we go. Formation of Magical Barriers. Number 1. Let's go ahead and... Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. There was another one down there, wasn't there? And I'm getting stuck. Foundations of Mega Physics. Alright. And that's another row. I've actually got a couple of points. Okay, so we're starting to get major magic at the moment. So that will start to become very, very helpful. Compendium of Useless Magic around the world, 9. And we're at 41. So when I said 35 to 40, clearly I knew what I was talking about. Teachings of the Great Philosophies. And the good part about doing all this is now we can zoom all the way up. Methodology, Philosophy of Science, zoom all the way up to basically max level on this new skill that we got. Soul, Mind and Body. Where the hell is philosophy of self? Oh, it goes right there. Beautiful. And this spell is basically going to carry us for the rest of the game. Introduction to magical determinism, ethics and magic. Not sure how those got reversed, but they definitely did get reversed. Philosophy of science. We got to keep an eye on these guys a little bit. Where the hell is this? Oh, it's this stupid big book again. Foundations of Metaphysics. 6. Soul and mind, are they truly distinct? You know what? Let's go ahead and finish that one off. Okay. Soul, mind, and body, are they truly distinct? Yes, they are. And then we're going to use 5. And 5 basically just picks up the remaining books. And it's a pretty good spell up to the point where you max it out, and then it becomes the most amazing spell in the entire game. It becomes just like a fundamentals of healing. How were you just sitting on that bench and I didn't see you? All right. How were you just sitting on that bench? We're still digging around manually, but we're very, very, very quickly going to be going away from that. Yeah, the days of us digging around in piles of books is very, very close to being over. Alright, so we've got some philosophy of science, methodology and truth, and I can actually tell it goes there. Introduction to manual self-determinism, healing magic, teachings of the great philosophers of magic. Actually, I'm going to put that one away. Philosophy and science, methodology and truth. It's got to be this one. Foundations of metaphysics. 10. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. There we go. 7 and 1 and 10. And that's pretty much it. Theological research of holy magic. Oh, that's just done. Compendium of sacred purification magic. That's just done. Promulgation. We're going to tap that real quickly. Damn it. Where is it? Oh, it's up there. Okay. So one of those pesky books on a shelf. Okay. Promulgation, whatever it's called. And of course, it doesn't help when I put them on the wrong shelf. All right. So there we go. We've maxed that out, and that is basically going to carry us for the rest of the entire thing. So now we can just do 5, 9, and 10, and 4 healing magic for the reclamation of the spells of holy light for concealing vital areas. And there we go. Let's get number 3 in there, and let's pick this up, and we wait for 5 to spin around, and now we've got 2, 4, 1, 3. All right, so now we're going to start to work on auto shelving, and pretty much what we do now is we pick up this Tome of Alchemy, we press 5, and then we press 4. And the key is Book of Alchemy. And if we get it fast enough, we can do it very, very quickly. But of course, we will be upgrading auto shelving a lot. But for now, we're still going to have to... History is this shelf. Yeah. So we're still going to have to do a lot of this, but at this point I'm going to stop looking for going to stop looking for every single white book, and I'm just going to start picking up random books, because again, I've done a 17-hour no magic run, which means I have a pretty much introduction to magical economics. I have a pretty much encyclopedic knowledge of where every single book goes. 7, 6, but the slow part of this run right now is going to be actually this is dungeons. Is going to be actually getting the books on the shelves. Yeah, that's definitely the right shelf. 6, 5, 1, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 10. And we're going to get rid of these. We're going to clear off these shelves, because we do not want these shelves to be full when we show up here with a whole bunch of books. All right, what are you? Management. Okay, good. I like management books. 2, 4, 5, 9, 10, 3, 1, 8, 6, 7. Origin of magic. That's over here. And it goes right here. Summoning and controlling catastrophic entities goes right here. Come on, buddy. Cool down. Thank you very much. Managing diverse is another management book. And we're just going to keep upgrading the auto to give it. We could start to get the sort thing, but it's really, the sort thing is kind of not really necessary. The sorting spell. Grand Encyclopedia of Magical Artifacts. Because we're simply just not going to use it after a while. I mean, the thing that finds all the books and highlights them, we used for about 5 minutes, and it was extremely useful for 5 minutes. Magical physiology of it is actually over here. Okay, 5. It seems like it should be like some sort of health book, but it's actually a transformation book. And this is the transformation section. Alright. Organizational discipline. That's a management book. 10, 3, 6, 8, 2, 5, 1, 7, 9. 9, please. And everyone's Elvish is a language book. Fire King and Queen, that's a... I always seem to lose my mouse when I go into that menu. 5, 4. Armor and muscle, that's a book over here. And 5, and then immediately hit 4, and we get it just in time. Clear off the shelves. What's... structure of power monopolization, that's sociology. That's not a big sociology, that's just a little one. Book of Spells, Time Legendary. I have a feeling this is a 5 stack. Yep. 4, 2, 5, 3, 1. And the Other World. I have a feeling this is also a 5 stack. 1, 5, 3, 4, 2. What are you? Effort builds confidence. Confidence leads to action. And then Book of Arcane Bows. That one is going to be an archer. Beastmaster's Journal goes down here. I'm going to put that one up there, and then we're going to clean up these books. Okay, 5, 4. actually, you know what? We're just going to take these up there. Fantasy or reality and philosophical studies in magic. Let's grab the other one. And there we go. Alchemist's Encyclopedia. Alright, we almost got that one down to a very low. Oh, almost. We're still going to have to struggle on for a little while. But we're doing pretty well. 8, 1, 10, 7, and 3. And as you can see, we haven't even reached an hour yet. And we're already really starting to scale up in terms of how fast we're doing these guys. Diary and the Change of, thank you very much. Book of Spells, Thunder, Adept. Art and Magical Circles. That definitely goes... Oh, no. Press the wrong button. Got to actually fetch the books first. Manic Currency System and their evolutions goes right here. So the interesting thing about this is you do end up spending a fair amount of time just waiting. Theory and practice of hero summoning from another world. Now, just to clarify, with this number 4 ability, you do need to be pointing at the correct bookcase. Otherwise, it just doesn't do anything. So, yeah. Not quite maxed, but very, very close to being maxed. Alright. So we're going to do this one manually. 9, 6, 5, 3, 10, 7, 4, and 2. Codex of the Stealth Arts goes down here. Book of Spells, Ice Adept goes over here. Come on, there we go. And then Prophecy by the Three Witches goes over in the Prophecy section. And we'll clear off these shelves before we go and do anything else. 3, 4, 5, 6. Book of Spells, Fire Novice. And Book of Spells, Dimension Rift. I believe this is a... Actually, I think this is a 10. It might be a 5, but I think it's a 10. Yeah, it's a 10. Gourmet Expeditions in the Dungeon. This one's definitely a 5. It goes right around here. And we're going to have to put this one in manually, but that's fine because it's only a 5. 2, 3, 4. And that's it, maxed. And we're going to put a couple of points into this one as well. We're going to max out all of the things eventually because we might as well. And there's an achievement for that, which I don't think I've gotten yet. But that spell is going to be a bit important because there are still books that I don't quite know where they go. Like this one. This one, The Inverse Law of... It sounds like a mathematics book. It's actually an enchantment book. Magical techniques to boost. Come on. This one pretty much goes here. And we already had one of them, actually. Forbidden Alchemy. But yeah, we've pretty much solved the game at this point. Now it's just a case of actually picking up all these books, grabbing them, throwing them in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's going to be the entire run at this point. So how are we going to do? Probably around the 2-hour mark, I reckon, is how we're going to do it. And the interesting thing is because we are tied so heavily to the cooldown of skill number 5, we could try and do some 3-set books in between. But it's not worth it too much. Night Parade, the vast majority of the books that you pick up will be okay. Clear these off. Illusionary Art, Sovereignty over the 5 senses, and our movement speed is enough. Oh, god damn it. Not sure how that happened. Genesis of Magic. Okay, we just managed to save that. But then again, the whatchamacallit. Right. Damn it. Not sure why that didn't work. You go away. People enchanted by growing slabs. Reference to iPhones, I believe. Interspecies communication. That's a 5 set that goes over here. Let's just wait a few seconds. Yep. Process sublimating brain fragments into work. It sounds kind of creepy, but it's actually an art book. I really thought that was like a psychology book, but it's definitely an art book. Legalities of party disbandment, sorry. These applied archery techniques. I do like things like the archery books because they're just all 10s. They're absolutely all 10s. Chronicles of the Magical Court, I'm pretty sure that's a 10 as well. Yeah, there we go, beautiful. I love it when I can manage to pull one of those off. Alright. Book of Spells, Novice. And again, it may seem like I'm jumping around too much, and it seems like maybe it would be better to sort of say, okay, well, you're right next to the law bookcase, you should pick up a law book. But realistically, your movement speed is fast enough that the cooldown is still going to be spell number 5. Now, I mean, we're kind of basically repeating what I previously said, but you could go for like 3 books without using the number 5 spell if you really wanted to, and just sort of squeeze those in between, that sort of thing. But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. The Rift in Values, this is definitely a sociology book. So yeah, you're still, it seems easy, but you got to remember, I have an encyclopedic knowledge of where all of these books go. Humanization, that's transfiguration. Otherwise, we'd have to have the 2 spell fully leveled up as well, which would be a bit painful. Technique for turning wandering ghosts, that goes right here. And yeah. Books of Alchemy. Ultimate Secrets of the Philosopher's Stone. I usually put it down there, but I don't think it really matters where we put it, and we're not going to have a choice anyway because the spell is going to put it away. And a sociology book coming up right here. Crafting video and auditory illusions is right here. Unfortunately, you can't pick up other books. Alchemy Codex, Introduction to Herbology. Alright, let's put that one away. Make sure we still keep cleaning these shelves off. By the way, if you want to play this for yourself, make sure that you hold down the jump button, because holding down the jump button actually gives you more height. If you just press it, you get that, but if you hold it down, you get a lot more height. It's a very weird sort of jump mechanic. Okay, Foundations, that's an enchantment item. Goes right there. Yeah, that one's curses. We don't want curses at the moment, because we've got such a good run going. Alright, Magical Circle, Summoning right over here. And we haven't hit our spells for a while. Not that we actually need that spell, but we may need it. Psychology. Memory analysis based on the magical analysis. Okay, so this is definitely a mathematical book. It's only a 3-parter. I love it when my number 4 spell, when my auto shelving spell runs out exactly at the moment where I've got a 3-parter in my hands. It's just very, very nice. Okay, the Art of Illusion, it's another illusion spell. Very, very nice. Yeah, so even if we put an illusion book away and then we pick up another illusion one, at that point it just feels like we're waiting forever. Magical thingamabob. That's a nice 10 one. Reducing metamorphosis goes down here. So yeah, there's not really much to talk about, so I'll talk a little bit more about my illustrious streaming career. So I'm kind of thinking about doing a bit more of interesting... All of my videos are interesting, of course, but games that kind of branch outside the automation sort of factory sort of deal. 6, I'm just going to put you away. And so there's a lot of games that I actually kind of played like ages ago, like in my youth, but I didn't really play them. Like, for example, Doom is a great example of that. Like, I played it and I kind of... Yeah, basically I didn't really finish Doom until like a year ago. But I played a ton of it. Are we in the right section or in the right section? I played a ton of it, but I didn't actually finish it. I'd like finish off the first episode and then the second and third episode I didn't really touch all that much. And the fourth episode, I Flesh Consumed, I definitely didn't finish. And I only just finished them last year, so I actually put the effort in. So I kind of feel like that's something I want to do a lot more, because there's a bunch of... What are we doing? I'm in the wrong section. Alright, there we go. There's a bunch of games like that, like Heretic and Hexen. Like Heretic and Hexen, I definitely would like to finish, but that's just... Come on, bloody... Singing. So I think I'd like to start streaming those games, and that'll fit in well with my sort of ad hoc idea of a streaming schedule. So it's going to be Factorio pretty much every week on Sunday, and that's not really going to change, but other than that it's going to be a bit more ad hoc, and it's going to be a bit more whatever games I sort of feel like playing at the moment. Ooh, that's another one of this series. Or maybe not. I thought it was a exact same one of the series. This is Mass Mana, and this is Mana Equivalent. Okay, all sorts of mathematical books. This goes over in the corner here. And I'm pretty sure this is a 5er. Yeah. So, yeah, so I'm going to start playing a bit more of those sort of games. Just sort of, I'm not going to say get back to my roots, but there's a lot of games that I'm just like, I really love to play that, and I never play it. And I always just play like Factorio, or if I've finished Factorio, I play a Factorio-like game. And I never really get back to those books. And I definitely would love to get back to those books and actually play them through. And so that's something that I think I'm going to do, you know, on stream, because then it gives me a bit more motivation to do it. And once I've started a project, it's a lot harder to give up halfway through when you've already got a stream on it. You really want to finish it off. And that's something I've noticed with Autonauts. Like Autonauts, I'm like halfway through the game and I'm absolutely done with it. I'm going to be honest. I've been done with Autonauts for a couple of years. The only reason I started streaming is because I had one more achievement I needed to do, just one. And I thought, well, I've started streaming, so I'll put it on a stream and I'll get it done like that. And then it'll absolutely get done because I'm streaming and I enjoy streaming. But even now, like I've skipped the last 2 weeks, and it hasn't been a really good reason for skipping the last 2 weeks. I just haven't wanted to play it really much. I've also been moving house. But that hasn't really stopped me from playing it. I still could play it if I really wanted to. I just haven't really wanted to. But yeah, I definitely am going to finish it though, because I want to finish it off a stream. I have in the past, like 6-7 years ago when I was doing YouTube videos, I've definitely stopped streams midway through. Stopped video. I never did streaming until this year, but I've stopped video series halfway through, like Factorio. I did a C block and stuff like that, which definitely didn't make it to the end. But then again, that's C block, so stopping a C block stream halfway through is kind of like par for the course. But yeah, there was a bunch of other ones as well, even simple ones, like I think I did Monkey Island and stuff like that. So games like that, I think Monkey Island is one of those games. Oh, just missed out on putting that away. Monkey Island is another one I'd like to do, because I've pretty much memorized number 1. What's going wrong? I'm on the wrong shelf. I'm trying to put necromancy books in the monster section. I'm losing. Ooh, maintaining vigor. This one might be the final thing here. Yeah, see, this is the really annoying thing about this game, is you think your mouse is in the middle of the screen, and then when you press tab, suddenly it's in a random spot. Licensing and regulation of magic users. Now this is one of the ones that confuses me. Oh, okay, it is. Because it says licensing and regulation. It makes it sound like a law book, but it's actually a management book. Very, very annoying. And that didn't actually highlight it as much as I thought it would, but it only highlights the outline. I was hoping it would turn the entire bookcase. Oh, we can pick up this one. Art collection that no one can understand. Very, very cheeky. Introduction to life hack magic. Surprisingly, I don't have any of these. I thought I might have picked them up early game, but anyway. Graduated from Magic University, got 0 job offers. That is a sociology book. There's a lot of complaining in the sociology section, I feel like. The Worship and Entity, that's a 5 series from the Otherworld section. Yeah, so so that's basically what I'm going to try and do, is do a lot more games that I've always wanted to play but I never have, and a lot of them are old games like Doom and Quake. I think I've gotten Quake 2 all the way through, but we might do that again. No, that's... And there's other games as well, like StarCraft and StarCraft Brood War, but that's a lot of streaming. That's like Doom, you can go through an episode in like half an hour or something like that. StarCraft, you go through a single map in half an hour, maybe an hour. So that would be a huge amount of streaming. So I'm not sure if I do something like StarCraft. But yeah, maybe Warcraft 3. Although Warcraft 3 is kind of in a weird state because they did the re-release, and the re-release kind of sucked, and it's a bit hard to get hold of the original release. So I might see I can do that, but that's not going to be at the top of my list, to be honest. Stuff like Warcraft 3, but Mathematical Geometry, I could have sworn this was an art book just by looking at it, but anyway, let's have a look. So we're about a third of the way done, and we're just over an hour. So I feel like 3 hours is definitely going to be possible, and is just a case of putting everything back where it goes. We'll get an achievement soon for getting all of our magic spells. Book of Explosions Legendary. There's another one right there. And there we go. Yeah. Automatic sorting. Spoiler. No, this is another one I'm not sure about. Yeah, okay. Thought it went there. Healing magic for reclamation. I'm just going to put this one away manually. There we go. Boom. Fundamentals. How did I miss that before? Here we go. Blade. Dimension. Combat. Same. And stellar archery. We need to get better at this. Oh, are we going to make it? Yes. Barely made it. Fundamentals of dungeon architecture. That's good. That spell is starting to really last forever. I guess because we maxed it out, which is kind of nice. Quantification of cursed power. There's another one, is it? It goes here. It's a cursed power book, but it doesn't go in the curse section. It goes in the mathematics section. Art of Feng Shui. It definitely goes down here. Yeah. So there was, I was going to say something else about this game, and I got distracted talking about my illustrious streaming career. But yeah, basically this game, the Grimoire of Elemental. Okay, go. Basically, there's kind of a few different ways that this game that you start learning, and basically the way you start learning is you've got these. You've got this is what tells you what's on the first floor, this is what tells you on the second floor, and this is pretty much what I've memorized at this point by just playing the game. So you start off learning those. What I would recommend is, if you're playing this yourself, is to, well, let's put it this way. If you've got one monitor, then you're just stuck looking at those. You can print them off if you want to be really, really try hard. Maybe try hard is not the best word, but if you really want to go nuts on this game, then I probably shouldn't use the word try hard. I'm not very good as a streamer, am I? I just insulted my entire audience. But yeah, it's definitely a good way to do it. Jeez, I just guessed that. That's awesome. Psychokinesis. I think this is a 5 set. For some reason, there's only 5 books in some of the 5 sets. Tomes of Alchemy. Yeah, but you print them out. If you've got a second monitor, you can Google those images and just have them on the second monitor. And that is very, very awesome. The All-Knowing Grimoire. And yeah, that kind of makes it nice and easy. So we can sort these. 3, 4. Yeah, and having that sort is actually nice when the 4 is on cooldown. Goes in there. The Law of Equivalent Exchange. Is that's a maths book. It says law, but it's a maths book. It's totally confusing. Spells for curing. Wait. Hey, look at that. We've got some healing books. I'm just going to keep putting those healing books away manually. Introduction to Magical Healing. Spells for curing poison and disease. Battlefield Logic. Yeah. But basically, get those to memorize the locations of where all the books need to go. Get those 2 images. And it'll make your life a hell of a lot simpler if you can just look over your second monitor and just see them whenever the hell you want to. And it's especially because the very first run I did in this game was a no magic run. So, let's get these sorted. 2, 3, 4, 5. And Books of Alchemy. I do like that sorting spell. It produces a very, very nice sort of gap when 4 is on cooldown. Magical creatures and their spells. Goes all the way over here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Introduction to Illusion Magic. And hopefully we're not scrambling around at the end of the game to try and find like the one book that we haven't found yet. How did the first language emerge? It goes up here in the language section. Okay. Nurturing and promotion in guilds. Nope. That's another management, but it's not in the same vein as this one. How's our... Actually, I probably should have done the sorting one, but anyway. Oh, this is a 10 set. I'm just going to wait for 4 to come off cooldown. I probably could have made it there. I just didn't hit the button fast enough, but it's all good. It is all good. Oh crap. It's economy. It's economy. I was trying to put in the law. I always get law and economy confused. That's very confusing and annoying. And we're finally getting some curse books. I feel like I haven't got a single curse book yet. The curse, it's quite funny. The curse books are way darker than the necromancy books. like they're like black with red text. I'd expect the necromancy books to be the black ones with red text, but it's just the curse ones. And the necromancy ones, they're like a little bit dark, but they're not as dark as the curse ones or the stealth ones. It's very interesting. Okay, which is hymnal. That's thingamy-bob over here. Spells, wind novice. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna wait. I'm going to wait for 4, I think, to put this one away. Yeah, if it's a 5 set, sort it, put it away manually. If it's a 10 set, the psychology of using strong language from a safe zone. This always cracks me up when I see this one. Mind like still water. Zen of perfect pairing goes right over here. But yeah. And if it comes to speed running, it's pretty much just a case of it's pretty much the first half an hour, getting that done as quickly as possible. Because after you get the spells, you got 5 up and done, and then you got 4 up and done. You pretty much, yeah, I mean, I'd recommend if you're going to play this game and actually do it through, do the non-magic run first. And it may take you like 15, 16 hours, but you will memorize the location of all the books. And once you've memorized the location of all the books, then you can go ahead and actually, I'm just going to go off and check my stream health is still healthy. That's beautiful. I'm going to have to go back and watch this a bit afterwards just to make sure that it's actually, because I did watch some sample videos, but it does make me a little bit like, yeah, I mean, we're literally streaming 4K video over Wi-Fi, and it is Wi-Fi 7, which is pretty awesome. So I didn't, like, if I was just using Wi-Fi 5 or Wi-Fi 6, I don't think this would work. But Wi-Fi 7 seems to be way stronger than Wi-Fi 5 or 6. So even if you're on the other side of the house, it still seems to be pretty stable. And I'm very glad that I've actually got an internet connection that can support this much, because yeah, literally just moved into this house a couple of weeks ago, and I got hyperspeed, which is still, it's okay in Australia. It's like, it's basically 1,000 down and 100 up, and that's the most up you can get without either having a direct fiber connection, which I don't have, or getting like a business plan. I don't know why I selected that, but anyway. Yeah, and this is Australia, so upgrading, well, it's an interesting thing. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant at the moment, because we're kind of not really much to talk about at the moment, but yeah, in Australia, you basically have a few different types of internet. So you've got fiber to the node or the curb or something like that, which is where they connect fiber up to either the street or to a node down the street, and then you've just got ADSL2 copper for the rest of the distance, and that's okay, but they've got that to the point where you can actually upgrade that to fiber to the premises, which is fiber all the way up to your house for free. So that can be a free upgrade. So my last property, I had fiber to the curb. I could have upgraded it to fiber to the premises for free. I didn't really choose to. If I'd stayed there much longer, I probably would have, but I was moving anyway. And now I'm at a location with HFC, which is basically the old, it's fiber, but it's the old fiber cable that they used to use for Foxtel. And the main difference between fiber to the premises and HFC is that they kind of share. There's a lot more sharing between different properties. So if a lot of properties use the stuff at the same time, it can go down. So, and to upgrade that to fiber to the premises, because it's considered good enough already by the government. So to upgrade that, you kind of have to basically pay them a whole bunch of money. For my property, it's like 21 grand or something like that, which is a lot of money. Having said that, they have done a lot of infrastructure benefit. They've actually improved the infrastructure a lot on the HFC. And so I came in with 1,000 down and 100 up megabits, not megabytes, because that would be insane. And I was like, isn't going to be enough to stream 4K. And so this is a good test. The fact that it's streaming at 4K and it's all working is enough. And I haven't really seen any sort of dips in like 6 or 7 p.m. or anything like that, which I'm very happy about. So far it's a good connection, which is good, because I would really hate to have to spend 20 grand to upgrade it to a full fiber connection. I was a little bit worried going in that it would be a little bit crap, but it's fine. I'm relatively happy with it. Here we go, Master of Mimicry. It's actually a transfiguration book. I'm not sure why it's a transfiguration book. It sounds like it should be some sort of weird illusion book or some sort of... Yeah, it's all a bit weird. Okay. Forging and using magical bows. So yeah, and the funny thing is, as I mentioned a few times, I'm actually using Wi-Fi to stream this. Wi-Fi 7 is just absolutely... Daily dungeon notes. Okay, that's right up there. I thought might have been a management one, but no, it's definitely one of these. Dungeons of the Abyss, there's another dungeon one that just goes here. So we have a look, we're at 123, so we're pretty much half and half, but remember the first 45 minutes of this run were extremely slow, and ever since then it's just gone at record speed. So yeah, we're not going to have any troubles finishing off this run. Absolutely not. I have a feeling this is a 10. This is a 10er. Yep, so we're going to have to wait for 4. Because it's... If you've got 5 books, then it's okay. But if you've got 10 books, it's more efficient to just wait. Oh, I still got some crap on the shelves. God damn it. Get off my shelf. Romance books. Yeah. So how could you improve this run? Obviously, you got to be... Probably don't use the 5 spell when you've just got a set that requires 3 books. Would be the number one thing. And obviously better early game. Just hitting the 3 set books. Conflict protocol for guilds. I believe that's... Where is it? Yes, it's here. It is definitely here. I couldn't see it for a second. Ah, my thing ran out. Damn it. Alright. Yeah, so I think actually what I've seen some speedrunners do is romance books, because they're the 3 set books, which are a bit easier to sort of find, a bit easier to sort of look for. Whereas the white books are extremely easy to find. They're easiest books in the game, but they're definitely, they're all 10 setters. They're all sets of 10 books. Complete Guide to Stealth Magic. So it makes it a lot harder to complete a set. But yeah, once you complete a set, if you're going for an absolute speed run, like the fastest speed run you can possibly do, then yeah, you're going to need to do something that's not the white books. But if you're just going to get under 3 hours and you don't really care about anything else, then you're probably okay. Alright, how's our... This is going to take a while. I definitely do need to max out all my spells for an achievement. And obviously I haven't gotten to the end of the game with all spells. So I haven't had a chance to actually unlock all of the spells, fully maxed them out. So haven't got that achievement, but we'll be getting that achievement. And potentially I'm going to get every single achievement because I've already... So this is my third playthrough, not counting the test run I did yesterday. So the first one was basically the non-magic run, which took me 17 hours. And then the second one was the random run. So you have to put every single book in the shelves, but you have to do them all randomly. And basically you get fired from your job because you did a terrible job. And you can't actually leave the door until all of the books are put away, until that counter at the top left reads 3072 out of 3072. So you get the achievement basically by doing 0 out of 400 and 3072 out of 3072. And that one actually still took me an hour. Because even though you're putting random books on random shelves, there's a lot of books. And you don't get any magical powers because, of course, you only get magical powers when you complete shelves. And you're not completing a single shelf, so you get 0 magical powers. So you have to do it all randomly. And yeah, so those are the only 2 full playthroughs that I've done so far. This one is hilarious as well. The Warrior's Creed. Only cowards become long-range mages. Okay, got some seduction magic going over here. Okay, it's another 10 set, so I'm going to wait for the cooldown. Unfortunately, the cooldown for 5 is going to be wasted a little bit here. Just a little bit. Not too much, maybe a few seconds. Okay. Dark Berserker and the Great Sword. Damn it, why did that only do one of them? Why is this? Why are you messing with me? Why are you messing with me? Yeah, the hardest part of this playthrough is making those jumps over the gap. Well, no, I mean the hardest part is the first half an hour. I'd say getting the first few sets is the hardest, and after that... No, actually, no, the hardest part is memorizing all the books. There's a few hard parts, I guess. Although, yeah. Universal mana income for mages now. That's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Everyone's demonic, which is not actually a necromancy book. It's a language book. Seems like it should be a necromancy book, but it's a magic book. Preservation of mental Therion, that's transformation. Whoa, I thought it put it in the wrong space. Home magic. That's another 3 set. Otherworld Chronicles. So in case you haven't noticed, Otherworld Chronicles are all about like the human realm, basically. Just having a dig at the humans. Oh, here we go. We've got some more curse books finally coming out. Philosophy, Power and Ethics. That one just goes... You know what? Somehow there was still... Oh, I've run out. That's alright. Just put it in like that. And max that out. I have a feeling it's sort of... Practical transformations. Running out of shelves to put things on now. I go up to a shelf and it's like, nope, it's full. Theory of Transfiguration. That's definitely one of these. No more healer diff. Let's just put this away. Hopefully it's not the last one. Okay, right over here. There we go. Using that spell again. Probably for the last time. And Dark Sonata. Evolution of Magic. Up here. That's a full 10 set. That's beautiful. And then we got curses. So the library is starting to look a lot more cleared up. We've We've done over half the sets. We've done over 2/3 of the total books. Divine Dragon Summoning. And we're only at the 1.5 hour mark, so 2 hours is actually possible here. I'm not sure if we're going to hit 2 hours, but we might. We might. Alright. Summoning magic for beginners. All of the shelves are very, very full. We're going to start to see some full actual bookcases with the little blue light above them pretty soon. Compendium of resources. Not sure if this is a 10. Okay. Living paintings. Yeah, I do like the whole just grabbing stuff random and just sort of moving out. And we'll prioritize putting things on the back shelves so that the front shelves are as free as possible, which makes it quicker at the end. Here we got no choice, we just got the front shelves. Legal treatment of forbidden magic. This is definitely a lore one. Yeah, it really needs to highlight that a bit more. That's very hard to sort of let's just do it like that. 2, 3. Vector space theory of magic. That's a cool looking book. 2, 1, 3. I know that 4 is unlocked, but I kind of want to save spinning off the 4 spell when I've actually got a 10 series. Curse breaking arithmancy and sealing arts. That's definitely, I think it's a 3 set here. Trans-temporal summons and causality. It's not quite the last one, but it's close to the last one. Yeah. You know what? There's not really much else to talk about, so I'll talk a little bit about my new computer, because I'm sure there will be some people who will be interested. So I got an absolute beast of a computer. Like, well, it's not the best computer I could have absolutely bought, but it's pretty damn good. Like, it's like a 9950 X3D or something, which is one of the best CPUs you can get. 64 gig of RAM, and it's actually 64 gig on 2 sticks, so I could expand it to 128 if I really wanted to. And I thought about it, and I was just like, nah, that's probably a waste. I don't think for my purposes, I mean, I'm pretty much just doing games and streaming and stuff like that, so I don't think I really need it. Oh, here we go. There we go, lit up blue. Beautiful. That's our first total bookcase done. Very, very nice. Sociology. Mage pension system on the brink of collapse. Hilarious. Some of the books they do in here are absolutely hilarious. Oh, no. We're going to have to fix this up. I can't believe this is the first shelf we ever put books on, and I still haven't cleaned it up yet. Okay. Introduction to Arcane Systems. This is the last of the 10 slots here. But yeah, so anyway, I've got a kick-ass CPU. I got 64 gigs of RAM. I got a 58 GeForce 5800, which is not the absolute best graphics card you can get, but the next level up is like the 5900, and the 5900 is like a grand and a half more than the 5800. So it's ridiculous, and the 5800 can still beat the crap out of every single game I'm going to play. Like, I'm mainly doing like Factorio and Doom and stuff like that. So I absolutely don't need the absolute best, but it will be nice, because if I do decide that I want to play something that's a little bit more graphic intensive, I should be able to play it on 4K at 60 FPS without any issues. And that's pretty much Transfiguration. Where are my Transfiguration shelves? They're all starting to run out. Otherworldly swear words. I don't know why they have this, but... No, come on. I could have sworn. It definitely goes in this shelf. The 4 must have just come off cooldown. I was so close to hitting it that I thought I was actually on the wrong shelf, but it just literally just came off cooldown. Alright. 2 points. Oh, we maxed it out. Alright, we maxed out all of our spell levels. Beautiful. I think that's solely the second last achievement that I've got. Legality and the rules of magic use. And I need to adjust my chair a little bit because the thiggo that slides back and forward is sliding around a little bit. But I bought this chair yesterday. I installed it last night. But there we go. Here's another hilarious title. Curry Flavored Poop or Poop Flavored Curry. Originally I thought this was an alchemy book, but it's actually a psychology book. I'm not sure what sort of psychology book it is, but yeah. Forging magical items. Chuck it in there. Magical methods for constructing magical circles. One thing is I really would like the timer to actually be in the game. I mean, they've got a speedrun achievement. Really should have a timer that actually shows up while you're playing the game, while you're in the game. Because there's an option to turn the timer on and off, but when you turn the timer on, all it does is show it in the menu. So yeah, that would definitely be nice to have that in the actual game. And a master, matter creation, pretty sure it goes in here. And yeah, I reckon 2 hours. I reckon 2 hours is definitely what we're going to be doing. I think the fastest speedrunners in the world do it in like an hour. But that's too fast for me. I'm not sure how they actually do it in that speed. I think they only use the 5 spell for 10 or more, and then the 3 spell they just do it. For 3 books, they literally just pick them up and throw them in the shelves manually. So that probably increases their speed by about double. Compendium of Forbidden Relics, that just goes down here. Okay. Book of Spells, Energy, Legendary. And yeah, I mean, let's be honest. When I first started doing this stream, I thought, you know what? What's going on here? Oh, I was pressing the wrong key. Alright. I thought this stream is going to be pretty boring. And you know what? I think I was actually right because, well, at least based on my viewer count, it's very boring. So we've got basically nobody. But then again, I am kind of a nobody streamer, so it's probably... It could be that. It could be because I'm a nobody streamer. It could be because this stream is boring. It could be because... Oh, Monster Hunter lore. Of course it's a lore book, isn't it? It could be because I'm streaming it at like 7:30 on a Tuesday morning. I was hoping to grab a bunch of people from the US, but maybe they're all asleep at this point. So good. They call them Managing Dark Energy and Theory of the Neverstrata. Another one which I really had no idea where it went, but it's actually a necromancy book. I thought it was like a history book or maybe a math book or something like that, but Crystal Catalog, alright, this definitely goes here. Foundations of Necromancy. Necromancy is very close to being done. Okay, it's actually a dark green book. Like the Curse and the Stealth books are all black as black. Necromancy has a dark green book. I really don't understand that. Prophecy, Angelic Self-Writing. I mean, Necromancy should be black on black. It should just be the blackest it can possibly get. We've been really not putting a lot in these back shelves. We should be putting stuff in the back shelves first. Methodology and Truth. Hello? Hello? Are you the last one in the series? You are the last one in the series. And we're running out of books at the top level. See, that book in the corner, that's going to screw us up later. Because we're going to be like, alright, where's all the books? Alchemy and Inflation. The Gold Collapse. That's the 3-setter over here. Ultimate Illusion. So we got to make sure we clear out all of those books out of the corners. Alright, this is going to be the last alchemy book. Double check. Blue, yep, it lit up as blue, excellent. Musical Saint, that one goes over here. Codex of Truth Verification. Pretty sure that's a law book. Haven't done as many law books as I probably should have, but it's all good. Hopefully we don't come back and watch this video later and it's just like a massive amount of static. I'll just basically have to delete the entire thing. But I did do a couple of pre-recordings beforehand to make sure that the volume and all that was correct, because yeah, with recording videos beforehand, you kind of, well, you should still do that, but you can kind of get away with it, but it's all good. It's all good. System and precedence on the Arcane Court. By the way, I do actually have a full-time job. I just took the day off today. So I wanted a really long weekend because we had a public holiday yesterday. Tears of the Beasts. Is that the last one? It's the last one. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Book of Spells, Space Legendary. Can we fit this in? Yes, we can barely fit that in. Get them out of the corners as much as possible. And this high jump is just absolutely a lifesaver. 1, 2, 3. And Magical Items Workshop series. This is another tenner for the Alchemy series. Chanting and verses goes over here. I'm not sure if this is a 3 or a 10. Looks like it's a 10. The Red Lady and the Bamboozled Men, Volume 2. Okay, so this is definitely a 3. Romance novel, A Pact Between the Stars, and this is definitely a 10. I'm pretty sure this one's a 10. And look at that, we're 3/4 of the way through with 143. So maybe not 2 hours, but I feel like, look, as long as it's less than 3 hours, then it's fine. I was a little bit worried about this one actually. Alright, that's art done. Management, mana resource and allocation. R4 is not going to, is just going to run out. Yeah, it's just going to run out. That's alright. Beastification, the Threshold of Madness. Tomes of Alchemy. Put those away. You know what? I'm going to start throwing these over. Actually, maybe I shouldn't throw them over, because then there'll be no books up here when I actually have to get those. So maybe that was a bad idea. Last Psychology. Prioritizing gaming over tidying your room. They definitely needed a 10-book series to discuss that. I would actually like to know the answer to that one. Because, yes. Priority, Chicken and the Cat. The strongest... You know what? I'm not even going to bother using the 5 on those. We're going to try some speedrunning tactics here. Animal Oracles, we definitely need the 5 for this one. And those bloody globes everywhere, man. They're very, very annoying. Oh, and we just ran out of the 4. It's alright, we'll wait. We will wait for this. Although that, if we were really fast... Transcendental... I don't actually remember this one. Okay. Oh, that's right, because... Etudes is some sort of musical term, and if you don't know what etudes means, then it makes it feel like some sort of law book or something like that. Here we go. Foundations of Jurisprudence. That one is definitely Theory of Chanting, and I think the actual thing says second floor. It says jurisprudence. It doesn't say law. It says jurisprudence, which is annoying if you don't know what jurisprudence means, but it basically just means law. Okay, repair and of enchanted gear goes over here. 1, 2, 3. Optimization theory of dungeon routes. or roots, depending on where you come from in the world. Archers of the Fairies Pact, number 3. And this is actually a really good test of the streaming over Wi-Fi, because I'm not sure if it really matters, but the fact that this is a 3D game with lots of detail in it means there's probably going to be higher videos. Well, the amount of data. It definitely works for videos like broom handling. Oh, it's one of these bloody things over here. Like if you do Factorio where like 80% of the screen is unchanging from moment to moment, then it results in a lot smaller videos. Like I remember I used to do Factorio videos and they were reasonably small compared to like Left 4 Dead videos. The Left 4 Dead videos would be huge because there's just constant movement everywhere. But yeah. Come on. So this one, it should be really, really testing the video framework. And I'll watch it afterwards. I'm going to see studies of mage birth. That's got to be history. It's got to be over here. Everyday magic for deep and restful sleep. I'm going to have to wait for this. Yes, I know, it's very slow. Actually, I've already got 4. 4 is already highlighted. Advanced analysis. But yeah, so it's a great test. And when I start to do, so this one, Introduction to Malediction Systems, Taxonomy, Structure and Mechanics. That totally looks like it should be a law book or an economics book, but it's actually a curse book. I mean, the text kind of gives it away, but from the name you wouldn't know. No, couldn't quite make it. 1, 2, let's just do this manually. It's the only 10 one we're going to do manually. And we actually managed to do it. So maybe I should be doing that. Because we are definitely doing a lot of weighting. Beastification and Threshold of Madness. Lights are blue, excellent. World without a demon lord, yet full of corporate slaves. That is a humanity book. Mystery fiction. Looks into this. Okay. Let's go and. Oh, we already maxed out all the spells. Alright, beautiful. I forgot we did that. So we could just... Oh, we're done here. We could just leave that one highlighted, actually. Just to give us... Because it's pretty much just going to be running full speed at this point. Mystery fiction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a romance novel. So put that there and then grab that and then probability theory. The shelves are starting to look very, very, very clean. Record of the Demon King's subjugation. That should be that shelf finished. Compendium of useless magic around the world. I think this one's already almost done. Not done enough though, so let's go ahead, put those back. Guild charter, pretty sure that's management. It didn't quite make it. Guild charter, oh no, it's law. It's law, isn't it? It's always law. Practical necromancy, that one's the most obvious shelf in history. And that should be necromancy done. Tomes of alchemy, yes, we're all good there. Not quite the last one, but labor studies, where are the workplaces to apply your university learned magic. 1, 2, 3. We've got a lot of sociology books. Introduction to enchantment theory. Oh, I sorted them, but I didn't even need to be sorted. That's correct, right? Yeah, that's correct. Weapons compendium. Is that the last of the warrior ones? Not even close. This may be the last of the magic ones. Well, I say that, but we still got a Book of Light left over somewhere. Alright, it's over there. Let's go pick that one up. And that is the last of that one's. Legal system for magical accidents. Did I... Where did that book go? I had a book. Did it actually go up there? I don't know. I just completely lost that book. It was in my hand and then it wasn't. I have no idea what it went. Maybe I just never even picked it up. I thought I did, but I didn't actually. 30-year-old wizard's first love. Beautiful. What a jump. What a jump. You know what? We might as well pick it up. And then 2, 3. Might as well pick it up. High-ranking magician training and evaluation system. That's the last one of these. Midsummer Night's Dream. And I think this is one of the romance ones that actually has 10 books in it. Magic Ring That Steals Reason is actually an enchantment book. Complete works of magical economics. We're starting to really run low on books at the top level to grab after we finished a set, but that's fine. Look at this shelf. I mean, the cursor is just black and red everywhere. That really should be the necromancy shelf. Right. Compendium of... Where's my book? Social Structures of Magical Civilization. Another bloody sociology book. Where are they? They're in my hand. There they go. They went in. There was something wrong with that for a second. That looks like a math book. Done. Bard's Book of Spells. That here, that's the last of the musical section. Beautiful. In the other world, money is the ultimate magic. Hilarious. And this will be the last one of this. So we're getting very, very close. 154. I don't think we're going to make 2 hours. I don't think that's in the cards. Witch and the Accidental Love Potion. That's definitely a romance book. Might as well chuck that one on there. The alchemical art of transferring food to poop. That's the last one, though. It's definitely the last one. Alright. The Death's Note is actually this. It sounds like it would be a like a good fiction novel. This one always annoys me. Alright. Spells, patents. Yeah. See, it looks like it should be a law book. It actually looks like it should be a law book. But it's not. It's an economics book. Really, double check. I don't want any sort of things hiding up on the top level, like some book just in a corner. So I'm going to check very carefully, make sure there's no books hiding anywhere around here. How to Survive a Mannered Disparate Society. It's a sociology. At first I thought it was like an otherworld book because it's like there's no mana, but then I just realized I didn't know what disparate means. I thought disparate means there's nothing there, but disparate is something like inequality or something like that. So yeah, bloody inequality, man, all over the place. It's everywhere. It's even in the games. Yep. Yeah, what a jump. What a jump. All right, I'm just going to grab the other ones of those. And the Naked Warrior. This may be the last warrior one, actually. Maybe. Yes, I think it is. I think it is the last warrior one. And we got no more books up here. The idea of equality under the law is laughable. You think it's a sociology book. I think it's actually a legal book. Yeah, it sounds like it should be it sounds it should be a sociology book, because sociology books are just all complaining about stuff, and yet it's a legal book. It's just like the game developers are just messing with you by doing that, I think. All right, what do we got here? The Book of Ninja, Lurking in the Darkulus. That's definitely a stealth book. Okay. Then we got, there's a, is that actually a sociology? Yeah, it's definitely, it has sociology, but it also has economics. They're just trying to mess, some of these books, they're just trying to really mess with you. Right? How to Commute with Magic. I'm just going to put that one there. Comparative Study of National Magic Laws. And roses are red, violets are blue. Okay. 3 seconds to office. I haven't got any of these yet, so we definitely want to scan them all. Massive golden balls. Alright, I think we've got one book in the shelf for this, so we're just going to grab the other one. Chuck that in there. We're doing a lot of jumping up and down. Yeah, it was definitely a mistake to throw those books from the second level. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Where the hell are you going? Oh, you go right there. Alright, beautiful. It's definitely a mistake to fill the solitude of my millennium with your 90 years. Pretty sure that's a romance novel. Yup. Sounds like a romance novel. Low Manner, A Form of Discrimination. Yeah, that's definitely a sociology book. It's complaining all day, every day about everything. The Strongest Archmage. Yeah, that's a little bit cringe, but maybe it's just cringe because I'm a guy and I don't get it. Art of Shadow Walking. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait for this one. We could probably just, at this point, we could probably use the 3 spell, and actually Stealth Arts. Yeah, look at that. That's very, very close. Romance novel, The Thorn Prince. Okay, sort them, throw them in. I guess that's the benefit of getting all of those lower level skills. Like, what kind of magic works best for job hunting? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're definitely not going to make 2 hours, but it's going to come pretty close over. This one is hilarious. Magic is a contract spell. Advanced disenchantment is required for divorce. Yeah, sociology. Alright, something's going wrong here. I was pressing 4 and it wasn't doing anything. But they fit on that shelf perfectly, so I don't know what happened there. History of Demonic Financial Hegemony. Goes here. 1, 2, 3. I should have just used the 4 spell because it was actually active. Teachings of the Great Philosophers of Magic, Volume 2. Grab the rest, chuck them all on there. Is that philosophy done? It's Ethics of Magic. It's quite funny. One of the first spells the first bookcases we actually started with is going to be one of the last ones to actually get finished off. I think, therefore I am. Okay, you're done. You are done. Where are you? Magic to Speak and Convey. It's not a language book. It's actually just this book. And now we're starting to run around searching for books. Arcane Glyphs and Patterns is going to be last one. Yep. And before I forget, we'll pick up this one. This is Sociology. Of course it is, because it's complaining about something. Alright, this is annoying me. It's the second time it's done that. I pressed 4 and it just didn't want to go on, even though it was the correct shelf. Labor realities of mages. Okay, we've done something wrong here. Okay. How did I put those? I just didn't realize. I put them on the completely wrong shelf. It definitely goes here. Okay, that was just me being a dum-dum. 392. I still got 8 shelves remaining. Contract law. That definitely goes here. Blue, 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 blue. Everywhere is blue. That's looking good. Shadow mages. The arcane black. And I should really be using 3 at this point, but whatever. Yeah, blue. 395. That's got to be handy. I thought that was philosophy for a sec, but apparently it's handy kitchen recipes. And now it feels like how to commute with magic. All right, please tell me that's the last one. Yep. Advance. Oh, we're back to where we started with the healing books. Okay. Spells for curing disease and magic. 399. All right, 1 bookshelf left. I have a feeling it's the holy one. And what we got here, holy magic. It's our last book. So we finished off where we started. 400 out of 400, 3072 out of 3032, 203. Certain you want to leave? Yes. And we are done. We are done. And we got a nice pizza. Hopefully I didn't screw anything up. As I mean, 400 out of 400. Once you see that, you're pretty much done. Alright, efficiency library. Complete the game within 3 hours. Could have probably done less than 2 hours if I really pushed myself, but alright, so 203.23. You are the tremendous winner. So basically a fairy just blew up that library and made a total mess, and we did it perfectly, and we did it in the speed of light, and yeah, he thinks we're awesome. So it's quite funny when you do everything wrong, and fill up every shelf with the wrong thing, he just says you're a failure and you're the worst person ever, and then he fires you. And when you do everything perfectly but you do it in 17 hours, he doesn't even send you the message. He's just like, okay, and that's pretty much it. He just basically says K and that's it. No message. He's just like, how the hell did you take that long to do that much work? You are incredibly slow. But yeah, but he's telling me how awesome I am there, and I got the result, 203.23, and that's it for the stream. We are done. We have finished off that, and yeah, there's not much else to this game. We could go to the special stage, which I've already done the special stage. I've already got the achievement for it. But basically, you press the Z button, and it just sends all of the books flying, and it plays some music in the background, and it looks pretty cool. And it's basically doing all of them in order. So you can see up here, it's doing all of these guys in absolutely perfect order. And there are also some books that are just flying around randomly. But yeah, this is what the master magician like Merlin would actually do if he was here instead of us. We don't have magic like this. We just have to do it manually. But anyway, we are going to be finishing off the stream there. We are done. We are beautiful. And thank you very much for watching, for those of you who did watch. And my mouse always has trouble escaping from this game. So we're going to finish it off there. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys later.